ABC 10 News at 6 starts now.
Good morning and thank you for waking up with ABC 10 News. This morning we are following through with the Border 2 fires still burning and the new risks still lurking in the burn scars. And the big story, deportation fears and one local city's proposal to cooperate with ICE. Breaking overnight, a driver wakes up behind the wheel trapped inside a guitar store.
Later today, the White House is freezing all federal grants. What this could mean for your wallet. Plus, chance for more rain sticking around today and through the rest of the week. Vanessa has your forecast coming up. This morning, though, new video shows Marines reinforcing the border here in San Diego. They're plugging holes, stringing up razor wire.
This video was taken near San Ysidro. These troops are part of President Trump's promise to crack down on the southern border. A total of 1,500 troops are part of the initial mission, including 500 from Camp Pendleton. Immigration arrests are ramping up all across the nation. ICE reported more than 1,100 arrests yesterday.
And that brings the total number of arrests to more than 3,500 since Trump took office. In San Diego, the DEA posted these photos on social media. They're working with the Department of Homeland Security and other federal law enforcement on immigration enforcement.
Vista Mayor John Franklin told ABC 10 News he spoke with senior ICE officials. They confirmed operations in the county, but did not mention specific locations. Franklin said agents are targeting people with criminal records, not entering churches or schools.
For the first time in U.S. history, military aircrafts are also being used to deport migrants.
The administration is making it clear this is a massive multi-agency effort. And today, the city of El Cajon is looking at how they may approach these deportation efforts. ABC 10 News reporter Adam Campos is live at El Cajon City Hall with a proposal they'll discuss this afternoon. Adam.
Good morning, Mel and Jared. It's a battle between the city, state, and federal government, and it's leaving some people here in El Cajon on edge. Now, let me break this down for you. The state does not want local law enforcement to help with immigration enforcement. The Trump administration does. And tonight, the El Cajon City Council will vote on which track to take. They could wait for lawsuits between the state and feds to settle, or they could adopt Mayor Bill Wells' resolution to help the feds. That idea has some residents concerned, and on Monday, dozens gathered for a rally to protest the city helping with the arrest.
I think the city council really needs to take a step of courage and leadership and stand with the community and send a message to Mayor Bill Wells that we don't want his divisive and hateful resolution in the city of El Cajon.
Part of the issue is SB 54, a California law that makes it illegal for cities to help immigration enforcement. City leaders here want to know exactly what will happen if they violate that law. They've reached out to Attorney General Rob Bonta for clarification, and I reached out to Bonta as well. And coming up in the next half hour, you'll hear what he has to say and what he told me about cities helping with immigration enforcement. Live in El Cajon, Adam Campos, ABC 10 News.
Breaking overnight, one person was killed when they were hit by a truck on State Route 54. It happened a little after 11 p.m. on the eastbound lanes near Highland Avenue in National City. Police say the victim was walking on the freeway when that pickup truck hit them. First responders found the person lying on the road unconscious. They tried CPR, but the victim died at the scene. CHP is now taking over the investigation.
It was a really tough night for some people in Clairemont. A fire forced them out of their homes. San Diego Fire says a duplex caught fire on Clairemont Mesa Boulevard near Whitman Elementary School around 10:30 last night. Heavy black smoke was pouring from the front door when firefighters arrived. They say the 6 people who lived inside were able to safely evacuate. After about 15 minutes, fire crews controlled the fire. No injuries were reported. The Red Cross was called to help the people impacted. Investigators now looking into what caused this.
Let's get a check of our forecast right now at 6:04 on a Tuesday, because Vanessa, it's really cold this morning.
Yes, it is very chilly. I had to crank the heat last night because it got very cold in my house. You're probably doing the same today. Maybe if you're headed in the car, certainly going to want to turn on those seat warmers. All right, here's a live look right now. Very pretty view facing Poway from our Mount Woodson Skycam. In comparison to the same time yesterday, temperatures are are a lot cooler, especially for areas farther from the coast. Right now, Ramona is seeing about 11-degree difference, as well as El Cajon. We're nearly 20 degrees cooler than the same time yesterday for Borrego Springs. Even the coastal areas are waking up cooler from Carlsbad all the way up to Oceanside. About a 4-degree difference in downtown and in Coronado. Take a look at what your neighborhood is waking up to this morning. We're in the 20s in the mountain areas, and most of our inland valleys are waking up in the 30s. We're 2 degrees above freezing in Poway, 3 in Escondido, waking up at 38 in Vista, mostly 40s for our coastal and beach communities, with the exception of Oceanside. They're waking up about 5 degrees above freezing at 37. Here's what I have for today's highs. We actually won't warm up too much. Daytime highs will actually be on the cooler end and well below average. I have mid to upper 50s, low 60s for the coast and inland valleys. Westerlies will ramp up later on this afternoon for the mountain areas, gusting up to 20, 35 miles per hour. Daytime highs mid 40s, a lot more sunshine there. We will have the chance for some isolated showers, but we will have pockets of sunshine when it comes to the mountain communities, as well as for the deserts, where I'm forecasting highs in the low 60s. Now, we stay mostly dry today for the coast and valleys, but as I mentioned, we have that chance of showers. All the residual moisture from that low pressure system is kind of going to stick around all the way through about Wednesday and Thursday, which is why the day-by-day chance of rain has us in around 25% now all the way through Wednesday, with a chance still lingering into Thursday. We'll talk more about which areas will likely see some widespread showers and when that will all happen before we finally dry out. That's later on.
You know, rain really helped with the wildfires, especially here in San Diego. But even with that, fire preparedness is top of mind for a lot of people across San Diego County. That Border 2 fire is still smoldering in the Otay Mountains. Yeah, this morning, the Board of Supervisors taking a closer look at how we respond to fires and what more can be done to protect our communities. ABC 10 News reporter Olivia Gonzalez-Britt live outside the county building. And Olivia, I know it's cold. I know we're talking about rain, but just here in Southern California, fire danger is really not too far from people's thoughts.
Good morning, Jared and Mel. It sure is cold this morning, I will have to say, but I'm outside of the Board of Supervisors building where fire preparedness and fire dangers are top of mind. This is after weeks of those windstorms and as fires inch closer to people's homes here in San Diego. And now this morning's Board of Supervisors meeting, emergency leaders will be giving a presentation on our preparedness. It was requested by Supervisors Anderson and Lawson Raymer following recent criticism over the emergency response of Los Angeles. That criticism is in regard to hydrants running out during critical moments in the fight against the Palisades fire, and also by incorrectly sending out emergency alerts to families that were already on edge as the Ian fire spread. Now, for us here in San Diego County, it's a reminder of how unpredictable natural disasters can be and why it is critical to take proactive steps in to keep everyone safe. I spoke with District 5 Supervisor Jim Desmond, who shared why this discussion is so important and why he got to work on several agenda items on the topic very quickly.
It's always been ongoing. Fire has been a big issue. We had big fires in 2007. We had big fire here in 2003. We learned a lot of lessons from that. And we also want to make sure that we are, doing everything else we can possible to make sure this is, we're as prepared as we can be.
And now Supervisor Desmond will propose 2 agenda items that he believes will help the county be better prepared for these situations. In the next half hour, I'll dive deeper into those agenda items. Jared, Mel?
And like we mentioned, the Border 2 fire is still burning this morning. It has scorched more than 6,000 acres. Right now, it's 55% contained, according to CAL FIRE, so they're making some progress. But there is concern in the South Bay about the potential impact that rain will have on the burn areas affected by the fire. ABC 10 News anchor Aaron Dickens follows through with the environmental concerns that are related to rain and mudslides in burn areas, and the warning from one expert on what people can expect.
I spoke with firefighters here in this canyon, and they say this entire area was filled with flames on Friday night. But then when the rain came down on Saturday and Sunday, it was a big help.
Remnants of this weekend's rain remain.
where the fire swept through.
Well, what we're seeing here, it literally is the soil. These hard volcanic rocks with the long-term action of rain and acids in the rain dissolve the rock and make the soil.
Dr. Pat Abbott is a geology professor at San Diego State. He says the ancient rocks help hold the soil in place. But if we had a heavy burst of rain like last year, that could change.
If we had that kind of a rain here and we thoroughly saturated these burnt soils, burnt ground, then we'd get those shallow surface mud flows.
Abbott says homes on a steep slope like this are most at risk for mudslides. And he says a slide can even happen with continuous rain over weeks or months.
Where the water gets a chance to soak below the ground surface and gets down real deep, that's when you get the deep-seated landslides. They don't occur immediately. The immediate ones are more washing off the surface.
But he says in this area, not all is lost. The fire can cause seeds to germinate.
Add a little bit of water to it, and they're more prone to grow now than they would be at other times.
And all the seeds need now is sunlight after the storm. Aaron Dickens, ABC 10 News.
We reached out to CAL FIRE to see if it's doing any flood mitigation. We're waiting to hear back, and we just got another update on the Border 2 fire. It's now 74% contained.
Amazing work they've done, and really shows how that rain helps, and the cooler, moister air really helps firefighters through all of this.
It is 6:11 right now. Big changes coming to the military. Straight ahead, we're learning more about the flurry of executive orders President Trump signed Monday.
Plus, the president's sweeping immigration moves have left many people in limbo, including DACA recipients. This morning, we follow through with one dreamer and their work for immigration reform.
And you're taking a live look outside from our backyard cam on the 805, facing that drive towards the 15 connector. We are tracking a breakdown at the toll booth on the Coronado Bridge, or after the Coronado Bridge, once you get onto the island, and it's plugging things up full span from the 5 freeway. We're also tracking another crash, this one on 28th as you make your way into downtown on the 94 westbound. That one's not causing any slowing, but again, the major slowdown is going to be the Coronado Bridge right now due to that breakdown. 7 to 9 minutes to get you westbound on the 52 and the 94 this morning, tracking the travel times in from the North County and from Escondido. 11 minutes down to the 56 split, at a 5-minute drive in from Oceanside down to Torrey Pines. We'll be back after this.